This segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System, your partner in good health. All right, welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Martin Folse, and I'm excited today because we're in the music world. And I know a lot of you out there have heard of the Bends. It's a group that is really hitting it hard and making a big name for themselves. There you see their photograph, looking up at the camera, being creative right there. I like it already. And we got some familiar faces in this group. So let's meet our guest today. We have Ian Mormon right on the end. There you go. Wave a little bit, Ian.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You doing okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And Ian is the lead guitarist for the Bends. It's good to see you.
Yes, sir.
And we'll talk about your family too. Then.
Awesome.
Great family. All right, we got Jacob Rhodes, who's the drummer for the Bends, and his dad's a good guitarist, musician. He's in the studio too. We'll talk about him a little bit coming up. First of all, congratulations. I mean, I've seen this business for a long time. I've watched people try to go on tour. I've covered a lot of bands over the years. This is not an easy business. It's a tough business, and it's a little grueling when you go on tour and you got to pack everything and keep going. But y'all are young. You got a lot of energy.
Yes, sir.
So let's start from the basics. All right, Ian, we'll start with you.
All right, cool.
How did y'all get started? How did this come together?
Yeah, man. Well, Jacob and I grew up obviously in Houma together. Went to high school over at Vanderbilt Catholic. Go Terriers. But we both went to LSU, and he had been playing in bands for a while. I had wanted to start a band, and I got linked up with our singer Hayden and our bass player Chase. And then sophomore year, I decided it was time for us to get together and start jamming. I called up Jacob, and we got in the room and started off by just playing some cover songs, and then kind of grew around LSU and eventually took it around the country. Started putting out music, and yeah.
When did you first pick up a guitar?
I was 16 years old, and I started jamming. I got a guitar for my birthday in February, and been playing ever since. Couldn't put it down.
So you picked it up that quick?
Yeah, it was something I kind of became very passionate about, though, and fell in love with. So it was easy for me to work hard and play it every day. Whereas, some people will pick it up but won't play it as often. But when you play it every day, you learn a lot,
Yeah. Now, I know your family. I know your dad. I know your mom. But did your dad play?
No, my dad never played, but he had showed me a lot of cool music growing up.
Yeah.
So we always had a love for it. My Uncle Mitch actually played the guitar, and he taught me a little bit as well.
That had to be a big guitar.
Yeah.
Well,
deal.
good. I know the Mormon family, quite a big family. And Jacob, I know some of the answers you're going to give because you come from a musical background. Your dad, very good musician. When did you, first of all, did you get on the drums?
Well, initially my dad had always said, he jokes that he always wanted a drummer in the family. And I remember being 2-3 years old, and I was always just beaten on something.
Yeah.
And then I was in kindergarten, and my teacher told my parents, I think you have a drummer. And next thing you know, I was in lessons, and I haven't put it down since.
He needed a drummer for his guitar, right?
Exactly right.
Yeah. But how was that growing up? Now, your dad is very good on
Definitely.
the guitar. He's a good entertainer too. So, but how did that influence you when you were seeing that as a young kid?
I feel very lucky and grateful that I have somebody to help me through that, because he was a big guide and a big influence in my songwriting, especially now the way that I write, the way that I play. It's all pretty much comes from him.
Yeah,
So,
but we all know you could have all the desire in the world, but if you don't inherit that ability to keep a beat, you are not going to be a drummer. When did you know you had what it took?
honestly, I'm not exactly sure. I think I went to this rock fantasy camp at 12, 13 with my dad in Los Angeles. And for some reason I came back and everything just kind of clicked for me. So I don't know.
Yeah, I see. But I was watching y'all videos, and I'm getting to be one of the old guys on the block. So when I think of Styx and Journey and all these, but I was looking at y'all and I said, man, I could hear a little Third Eye Blind in there, and I could hear a little bit of different influences in there. Ian, who would you think, what's your biggest influence on what y'all play?
Yeah, man, I wouldn't say it's one band specifically because all of us listen to a range of music, but a lot of the early 2000s, garage rock and roll scene is huge for us, from the Strokes with their guitar playing to, the Kings of Leon and Cage the Elephant, the Arctic Monkeys especially, and even up into the indie rock scene, like some bands like Phoenix and stuff like that, is a lot of the stuff we take big influence on. But even a lot of the 90s rock too, back to grunge, the early 90s, that's all the stuff we love to listen to. And so all the stuff we learned how to play on our instruments, and learning that has influenced us to make our
I
own
was
stuff.
picking up a lot of 90s in y'all stuff, but not necessarily always. It would sort of blend,
Sure.
So it's when y'all sit down, who writes most of the songs?
Hayden is a big part of the melodies.
Our singer Hayden Field,
And then who y'all sit down in the studio and come up with the tune for it?
More like the basement.
yeah, we have a basement up in Nashville, and and he'll write these songs and bring them, and we kind of get together and just arrange them in our ways and put our parts down, and make them down in that basement called the basement tapes, baby. Yeah.
Isn't that fun just to watch something come together?
Come to life. It's the most fun part of it.
Yeah, and then it sticks in your head for about 10 days, 2 weeks.
Can't stop
you
listening,
constantly,
And then you go in the studio and work on it, and for 2 weeks longer, it's stuck in your head.
right.
Can't
Till
stop
you come
thinking
up
about
with
it.
another idea.
Right.
Exactly.
And then that one's stuck. Then that's your favorite song.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. We'll take a break as we're talking with the Bens and two local Houma guys. And tell you what, we're proud of them. They've done well. We're going to talk about where they've been touring. They've been playing to sold out places. And this is a band, I'll say on the rise, but they're kind of there. So we're gonna talk more about that and how they feel about that when we come back. Don't go away. This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System, your partner in good health. All right, we're back with members of the Bens, but also members of our community here. Ian Mormon is on the end over here, and Jacob Rhodes is right where the drum set would be, for sure.
Yeah.
And let me ask y'all, because every band sort of goes through this metamorphosis when they start playing and they go, we're pretty good. I think we have a shot. Who told you y'all had a shot? Where were y'all? What was happening when, was it a night y'all played in front of people and somebody came up to you and said, y'all got it going on?
The exact moment.
Well, yeah, it's hard to think of an exact moment, but I like to say once we had our first song, Makeup, out, and we were playing it maybe earlier this year and for one of our first shows of the spring, and we saw people singing it back to us. We looked at each other like, all right, we might have something going for us here. But we had been playing cover songs around Baton Rouge and all that, and people always told us we were pretty good, but we didn't have any of our own music, and putting it out, seeing people singing it back, that's when we're like, all right, we might
That is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we had released it, and 3 months later, like you're walking on campus and you just hear Makeup playing on the car speakers as it passes, and you're like, wow, what is going on?
Yeah.
But that brings me to the point where at one point, the music could take over the college classes, and did y'all all graduate?
Yes, sir. Well,
Yes, sir.
yeah, our the three of us graduated, and our bass player had a semester left in mechanical engineering because it's a 5-year degree, and he decided to set it down for to go on tour. So maybe he'll go back and finish one.
Well, he's only got a semester left. He's
Yeah.
going back.
Yeah.
But that's pretty amazing in itself, to get a band of 4 and y'all starting to hit it, and y'all all going to have diplomas, or at least 3 right now.
Yes, sir.
That doesn't always happen.
Right.
People pack it up and they go on tour.
Yeah.
So how did y'all come to get, with a manager and a label and going tour? Tell me about that journey.
I want to say that kind of just waterfalled over time, especially as Makeup started taking off more and more. And we were actively looking, but didn't really know how anything worked. But Ian can take.
Yeah, just
Take a little bit.
get introduced to the right people earlier this year with some, online stuff starting to pop off for us, and some other big artists recognizing our songs. There was a lot of interest from the music industry and a lot of reach out, and we just were able to talk with all those people and figure out the best team for us, and it all worked out nicely.
Yeah. What do y'all take? A big bus? Y'all go? I saw y'all joking about y'all bus one time.
Yeah.
Y'all showed this big, enormous bus.
Yeah.
Is that our bus?
Yeah.
Or whatever. But how y'all getting from gig to gig right now?
So we have a van right now. We have a Ford Transit. We call her the Brute.
The
'cause
Brute,
She's
baby.
huge,
Yeah,
massive.
going all around the country in that.
So y'all sort of
kind van.
stuck with each other on long trips, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Y'all get along pretty well?
I'd
Oh,
say
yeah.
so, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
Yes,
all
indeed.
one big
Yeah.
family.
One
You got to be
family.
like brothers, huh?
That's right.
Exactly.
There's no doubt about it. But when you're out there and you're traveling, who are some of the bands y'all been opening up for? And I know y'all are the feature
Yeah.
bands sometimes, but who were some of them that you would open up for that you go, wow, we opening up for this band?
Yeah, we had one of the coolest experiences. We got invited to go open up for the Killers up in upstate New York over the summer, and that was one of the most just awesome experiences ever, playing in front of all those people, getting to see those guys live, up close and personal. But we've had the opportunity to open for some cooler bands throughout the fall. We opened up for Third Eye Blind once as well in Salt Lake City, and got to open up for this band Inhaler out of Ireland, which is an incredible group. And
Bono's son.
Bono's kid.
Yeah.
No.
What's the wildest place y'all ever played where you went, this is out of control?
Like New York.
Oh yeah.
Don't say
New
France.
No.
New York and Chicago for me
Yeah.
were the shows that were like, wow,
Yeah, New
there's
York
so many
City,
people here.
Yeah. And it's catching on. Where are y'all now with it? How many songs you have under the belt? How many y'all have a new album coming out? I say album. I'm showing my age, right? So y'all have some new music coming out right
Yeah,
now?
new music coming next year, and just trying to finish up all these songs right now, and can't wait to show them to everybody next year. Yeah.
Yeah. So how are y'all progressing? I've seen so many young bands. I've been doing this 40 years, and we've covered bands 40 years ago, and then we'd see them about 3 or 4 years later, and we'd go, holy smoke, have they just progressed? And music is such a fluid thing where you can learn and you get influenced by doing things, or you learn licks that are out of control and doing different things. Do y'all find yourself evolving, or do you try to? Temptation makes you want to stay where you're comfortable, but do y'all find yourself wanting to explore?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most definitely it's cool to see our sound evolve.
Definitely.
Different drum groups making their way into the songs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Every experience we have in the studio is a new learning experience, a new progression, a new way of evolving. We're always looking for new ways to do new things,
100%.
or do the same things but differently.
Different
Right,
ways.
yeah.
Yeah. Good way.
And that's the
Put it.
trick, is when you get caught in that same mode, sometimes you go, you're comfortable.
Yeah.
You need to let them give you a lick like In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, where
Oh yeah.
that's just a killer
Yeah.
song
Oh
right
yeah.
there. That's a drummer's dream right
Yeah,
there.
that's right.
All right, we'll take a break. We're going to come right back with members of the Bends, and we'll talk about how long they're in Houma and when they go back on tour. Don't go away. This segment was brought to you by Rouse's Markets. Feels like home. All right, we're with Ian Marmon, Jacob Rose of the Bends, big group. I knew him when they were this tall. I mean, here from the news desk, or maybe this tall.
Yeah.
But boy, y'all sure have grown, blossomed, and we're proud of y'all. It's good to come on a news desk and talk about people that excel at what they do, and y'all are certainly well on your way. So I thank y'all for giving us a little time today. We appreciate that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Appreciate
for
y'all.
having us. Yeah.
We know y'all busy.
No, man, this is great.
Yeah, we were talking about family, and I know family means a lot to you. And Ian, we'll start with you. You better plug your family. They're going to be upset about
Oh
it.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, my mom, Michelle, dad, Mr. Ed, and Ryan Neal, my stepdad, some great people. Yeah, just the best. Raised me well and taught me how to work hard. And yeah, and now we're able to do what we want to do for a living and chase our passion.
Perfect. Jacob?
My family is everything.
Yeah, yeah.
My dad is the one who got me into music, and the reason I stay in music. I was supposed to initially be a lawyer out of college, and whenever this happened, he was the first one to be like, you're gonna have to do it. And my mom is super supportive, and my brother and my sister, everybody loves what I'm trying to do. And yeah.
Yeah, I saw Brent posting on it, and saw Ed posting. So your parents are some of your best promoters. You know, they do a great
definitely
job of that.
huge
Speaking
supporters.
of promoting, where y'all playing? What's upcoming for y'all?
Yeah, well, we just announced our recent spring tour. We're going to be going to Texas, but for our viewers over here, we're going to be playing in New Orleans at Tipitina's on Thursday, April 16th. Should be a real fun show. We did House of Blues last fall, and now Tipitina's in the spring, so hope to see a bunch of local faces there. Yeah, we're doing Texas, Georgia, and New Orleans for our spring tour.
Now, I hear y'all been packing them in.
Yeah, had some sold out shows in the fall, and it's been good. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it cool when you're out there and you're seeing some of your friends who you used to go to school with, and then some of the guys that thought they were going to be the pro quarterbacks and everything out there, and they sitting there cheering you on, and you go, "Told y'all was going to make it, huh?"
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
It is
man,
fun.
yeah.
That's a good time. So I know y'all just right into the realm of things and you're letting things happen, but what's the ultimate goal with this band?
I would just say building a sustainable career out of it and getting to play, huge shows one day, and just making sure we could do it for until we want to retire.
Continuously grow every year as much
Continuously grow,
as possible.
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
Isn't it good to sort of feed that creative itch?
It's the best,
Definitely.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, people don't understand in any kind of creative field you're in that if you don't feed it, you get miserable.
Yep.
And it's a different thing. It's not like, being an engineer every day or a doctor. They fill their niches, but the creative niches is something a lot different. Yep. There's so much musical talent in this area. Do y'all run into people all the time that go, "Hey, y'all got it going on"?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of love from especially local musicians,
Definitely.
and it's really cool. Some of the guys we used to play alongside, and now they get to support us and as we continue to grow, and it's awesome, man. We feel the love from everybody back in Louisiana.
We better mention Chase Perkins, and look at that crowd y'all got going on. That's crazy. That's unbelievable. There he is in Hayden Field, and look at that. That's just people having fun. Yeah, we might have to do a little edit right there. That's okay. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So why don't we do that? I appreciate y'all coming. Thank y'all so much.
Oh yes, sir.
And
Happy to be here.
how about if we leave the audience with the song "Makeup,"
Yeah,
and we'll play that. And
why not?
I think I'm gonna come see y'all. I'm gonna be the old guy in the crowd at
Oh, come on.
Tipitina's
Let's do
watching
it.
y'all
Let's
and
do it.
cheering y'all on.
Come on,
I'll be
man.
standing right next to your dad.
Yeah.
All right.
know he'll be
Thank you.
there.
Good luck to y'all, and we wish y'all the best of luck.
Thank you for having us, Mr. Martin.
All right. We're gonna leave y'all with "Makeup" now by the Bins.
She says she's not into makeup, long texts and slow sex and breakups. I'll see you late tonight when you call my phone. She likes school bells and no one is heard of, ripped jeans and tight tees come over. I've met this girl 1,000 times before, but she was breathing me in and taking me for a spin around, breathing me in to
This segment was brought to you by Buick. Exceptional by design.